Pay attention. I'm Ashy Boo Boo. Here's what happened. Vox reports today that Elon Musk's lawsuit against Openai has produced what legal observers are calling a genuinely remarkable document. Remarkable in the sense that several of its claims are difficult to believe, and yet there they are, in a court filing, with his name on it. The suit alleges that Openai betrayed its founding nonprofit mission by pivoting toward profit, and that Musk himself was pushed out of an organization he helped build and fund. Among the revelations, internal communications suggesting Openai considered whether GPT-4 had already crossed the threshold into artificial general intelligence, a question with enormous legal and ethical consequences that the company apparently resolved quietly, in a meeting, and then moved on. The lawsuit also surfaces tensions between Musk and Sam Altman that read less like a corporate dispute and more like a very expensive group chat falling apart. Musk is seeking to unwind Openai's for-profit restructuring entirely. Courts will now decide whether any of this holds up, which is a sentence I did not expect to write today, and yet here we are. I want to validate the audience's reaction here. The reaction is correct. And now to Walter Croncat for the latest.
Axios reports this week on how Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell managed one of the more demanding stretches in modern central banking, a global pandemic, the worst inflation surge in decades, and sustained public pressure from a sitting president who wanted rates cut. Powell, who was appointed by President Trump in his first term and reappointed by President Biden, has held consistently that the Fed operates independently of political influence. That position was tested repeatedly. During the pandemic, the Fed moved aggressively to support the economy. When inflation followed, Powell led a series of rate increases that drew criticism from both sides of the political spectrum. He maintained, historically speaking, a posture of institutional calm throughout. His term as chair runs through next year. Whether a successor will be named, and by whom, remains, as it has long been, a developing story. Could someone get me a warm glass of milk? That is all. And that's the scoop.
Still the best in the business, I'm told. Walter Croncat. Salem has the next story.
CBS News is reporting that Dr. Craig Spencer, a New York physician who contracted Ebola in 2014 while treating patients in West Africa and survived, says he is deeply worried about the safety of healthcare workers today. Spencer says the conditions that put frontline workers at risk have not meaningfully improved, and that the systems meant to protect them remain underfunded and, in some cases, actively weakened. He's speaking out now because he believes the people most likely to respond to the next outbreak are the least protected against it. And, wait, I want to sit with that for a second. The people who run toward the disease are the ones left most exposed. Anyway, Spencer's warning comes as public health infrastructure faces renewed scrutiny worldwide. He's not predicting a specific crisis. He's describing one already in progress. That's where things stand. For now, more questions than answers on this one, which is fine. That's journalism.
That's all for now. Thank you, and good night.